to do, but okay.
His name is school attended last year. Last year he was at MTI.
Yeah, so that's the school you'll put in. And it says we are live. Welcome on, welcome all. I am your host, of course. It's Thursday night. I'm here. You're beautiful. It's time for GotBot Goes live. I did not actually mean to go on here. I was going to retake the thumbnail, so the thumbnail is not what I want it to be. Such is life. I, of course, am your host, your most humble of hosts, Dennis Moulton, a.k.a. GotBot. As always, man, please like, comment, share. Of course, subscribe. And while you're at it, light them up, baby. And hit that notification bell, please. It helps me out a ton. It lets you know when content of all sorts goes up here on the channel. Check out Machinery of Man, The Everything Factor. All the groups that I'm either an admin or a mod for. And all of my social media, all those links in the description, man. If you're in a position to help the channel to grow, you can use the donate link. Check us out on Patreon. See what we offer to you through Teespring. Or, of course, hit the join button right here on YouTube. And this is going to be a fun one. We have a lot of... Not a lot. We have a few news and notes items. We have a nice unboxing. Tonight's trivia comes from Blue Raccoon. So we're going to see how that goes. I am just going to take a few minutes. I'm going to get you guys set out, popped up, all that good stuff as per usual. Hope you guys are having a great, fantastic week so far. I know I am. It's been a nice week for the end of February. So I'm digging it. We'll see how we go here. We'll see how we go. I do, however, need to take my leave from you just for a moment because normally I have my water here, but where I went on sooner than I wanted because I didn't get the thumbnail I wanted. I don't have my water here. I'm actually a little bit unprepared. So give me just a moment. That's live for you, man. That is the live. That is the liveness. That is the liveness of liveness. And if you're just coming in and you're seeing me sit down here, I accidentally hit the go live button when I actually meant to not hit the go live button. I actually meant to retake the thumbnail. Such is life. So I'm just getting things kind of set up here now while you guys are coming in. I don't even know what that is. Let's see. That's not what I wanted to do. That is up way too much, man. Up way too much. This is gonna be a fun one. We definitely got some news to talk about. We definitely have an unboxing to do. And I'm gonna give you guys a heads up of a couple of things to come. Hey Ken, happy to see you here. Hey Lego, my man. Let's see. Hey, Grimlock on, happy to see you here, buddy. Hey, Intercepticon, happy to see you here. Jay, happy to see you here. Hey, Tony. I'm sorry. What? You didn't cause me any trouble with the votes, man. It's just like a lot of people. I think a lot of people underestimate it. Like they see it like in the community tab, and they think that's the only place. It's not the only place. Like when I put up the weekly question, and by all means, like if you're talking to people and you see it, like spread the word. It goes up on my Twitter. It goes up on my Instagram. It goes up on my community tab. It goes up on the GotBot Productions Facebook page. It goes up on about 18 different groups. It goes up on Patreon. It goes up for channel members. So like it goes up. It even goes up on Pinterest. Like it goes up everywhere. And this one about the helicopters is catching on like wildfire. So far, we are at 812 votes. I got to count these up. Like people that are like being funny and making jokes, like it's a distraction that I really don't have the time for because it's a lot of work to do this. I got a day job. I got family. I got reviews. I don't have the time for it. When I'm there, I got to count. It's like when people vote and they vote for like 25 characters. Dude, it's a top 10 list. It's only going to be 10 on there. Why are you voting for 25? They obviously cannot make it. Vote for 2 or 3. Keep it simple, man. Vote for 2 or 3. Headed home for the final time. Safe travels, buddy. Safe travels, Razor Bear. So, Tony, you didn't cause me any trouble. Like, don't worry about it, man. You didn't cause me any trouble. But there is a method to my madness when I tell people to please stay on topic. Like, there is a method to the madness. We got some news. We're going to have some fun. Tonight's trivia is going to come from Blue Raccoon. Actually, I made a slight change to it, but it came from him. We have actually 2 boxes to dive into. This is going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it. So hopefully this will be a good time, man. Hopefully this will be a good time. Hey, Sovereign Knight, happy to see you. I finally got to work on scripting for my next episode of my stop motion series, man. Listen, I have been forever trying to work on the season finale, and it's 24 hours in a day ain't enough, brother. It just ain't enough. Let's see as we go down here. Hey, Brian, happy to see you here. Yeah, man, keep it simple. I appreciate it. Honestly, some people just, they don't. It's like when people also, like, they'll, like, say an entire group. No, man, I need the specific name. Like, there's a list that I'm keeping and stuff. It's very specific. People say, like, The Seekers. No, I need the specific names because one might stand out above the others, right? Most people are getting better with that, though. Let's see. Hey, Dragonfly, happy to see you here. Yeah, 812. Yeah, so far. And remember, tomorrow's still Friday. It goes till midnight tomorrow night, man. Okay, so we're going to kind of dive into the news. We're going to get the news out of the way because, let's be honest, man, the unboxing is the fun stuff here, right? The unboxing is the fun stuff. Just got home from doctors for the wife the last 2 days. Been nuts. I hear you, man. Starscream wife is in here. She's been having a busy day as well. Also, it is course selection time for one of the scraplets for high school. So she's trying to get that done because, of course, now we're having to do that from home. Everything is from home. I've been working from home. She's been working from home. Everybody doing everything from home, man. So such is life. Hey, Fish Strength. My tip for fixing your Ultra Magnus didn't work. I don't know what the tip was. I don't even know what the issue was. I'm not going to lie. I don't know what it was. You'd have to refresh my mind. Saying that to me means literally nothing, man. Okay, so the news. Let's run through it. First things first. Transmutate got revealed. It is ugly as sin. It's so terrible. Now, here's the thing. While I say that, and I don't think it looks like Transmutate, and I think that head is atrocious, I love the Paleotrex mold, so I'm in for Transmutate because I love the Paleotrex mold that much. I think it's that good. So I'm in for it. However, if you want something more close to what it should be, although I think it's more silver than gold, I would suggest to you check out Transart. They did a nice job on Transmutate, but it is kind of expensive. What else do we have? Now, here's what's interesting. I noticed that on Pulse, this is retailing for $19.99. I could tell you now, there's a listing for Transmutate in the Toys R Us systems. I think this is the news that came to my ears. Take it for what it's worth. I consider this rumor. I can't say that this is fact. This is just what I've heard through the grapevine of talking and whatnot. I heard that the Transmutate is in their system for $50 Canadian. I'm assuming that it must be like a pricing error because they had some issues with the core classes being in the system for much higher than what they were supposed to be. So I think that's just a pricing issue. I'm sure it'll work itself out, but I'm glad to see that it is indeed seemingly going for the price of a deluxe, as it should. So we got that done. Dinobot Inferno out at Canadian Walmart retail. Not here, of course, because we have next to nothing. It's only now we're beginning to see the very start of Wave 1 show up. And I mean the very, very start. I don't expect Dinobot or Inferno anytime soon. They have a street date of May 1st. I'll be shocked if they come soon. A lot of people are getting them. I'm whatever. I mean, it's wild. You know, like releases are wild. Street date of May. Let's put it out in February. So I don't know. I don't know when it's going to show up. I got a bunch of stuff on pre-order for it. That store right now is closed because we're kind of in an alert level 5 lockdown type of situation again. So I don't know. I guess we'll see. If I get it, cool. If I don't, well, I'll get it. It's just a matter of when. I've been months behind so far. Why change the trend now? 3 months behind in 2021. Thrust and Runabout were sighted at a Toys R Us in Ontario, so they are out. Remember what I said, though. There are only apparently going to be 900 Thrust. Hopefully there's more of an order that will go in, but thus far, it doesn't look like it's going to be super abundant. Word is that they are going to be available for in-store purchase. I don't know if there's going to be any online. The rumor is they may only be in-store purchase. So we'll see how that plays out. Again, that's a big rumor, but they are out, as is the Ghostbusters Afterlife Ectotron, also cited at a Toys R Us. So a lot of things came out. But yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll see. How soon will any of it come here? I don't know. How abundant is any of that out yet? I don't know. I know there have been some sightings in Ontario and Alberta, I think. So I would guess BC will probably get it soon. East Coast, we don't get jack here, man. We don't get jack. Let's see. Your tip about fixing my Ultra Magnus did. Yeah, I gotta go down and see what that was. Let's see. I pre-ordered. Yeah, you know what? I'm in discussions to pre-order Transmutate. Let me put it to you that way, if that makes sense. I just voted for the first name that pops to my head. Yes, exactly. Vote for the first thing that comes in. Vote with your gut, man. Go with your gut. Hey, Sawyer. Hey, Crumplezone. EB Games in Canada has the pre-order for Transmutate. I didn't know that they had it yet. Nexus. I figured that it would come out in the next day or two. So I'm kind of glad to see that EB Games has the pre-order for it. Transmutate is horrendous. It is absolutely horrendous, Jay. 100%. And I know I'm going to get it. So how is your day? My day is going busy. I've been on the go at work since about 10 to 8 this morning. It is now going for almost 10 to 9, about 20 to 9, or 20 to 8. I'm sorry, 20 to 8. So I've been on the go for about 12 hours so far. Let's see. The problem was the Combiner Wars, Ultra Magnus, and his arms are loose, and they are an odd mixture of a ratchet joint. And I don't get that. You know what? It's funny though, Intercepticon, that you mentioned Combiner Wars Ultra Magnus. Stay tuned. We're going to talk about him in a little bit coming up, actually. 40 at EB Games. Wow, they're selling for Voyager price. Nuts to that. I'm not paying 40 for him. I mean, he's a deluxe. Why would you pay $40 for him? He's a deluxe. I'm still trying to find Cyclonus. I've seen pictures of a couple of people finding Cyclonus locally. I got mine from EB Games, and it was a pre-order. I haven't seen it myself. I've only seen a couple of pictures of it. Again, barely here, right? We got Wave 1 at my store. See, last year I did not get Wave 2 of Earthrise. Wave 2 of Earthrise was skipped by a lot. Hey, Maximal 10. And I know I'm going to be missing some stuff here, guys, so I apologize. Hey, Steven. Got Siege Omega. You know what? I know he's a couple of years old, but he's a fantastic Omega. Enjoy, my friend. I got SS Grimlock, the 86 I needed, and he is great. I don't know yet. I don't have him. He's not like, I'm not planning on getting him. I hope to review him. Actually, I have it set up. I will be reviewing Grimlock. But I haven't had him in hand yet. For me, I'm keeping my Black Mamba, but I'm not going to pretend that the 86 Grimlock isn't good. He's good. He's very good. Let's be realistic here. Hey, Lee. Let's see. I was in the TRU in Whitby, and all they have was Siege, Starscream, and Shockwave. Man, I hear you. I don't know where this was in Ontario either. I know a couple of people asked about it. So I'm going to go on here. Diamond Select. They are releasing miniatures with interchangeable parts. They're kind of cute. We have a Optimus Prime, a Bumblebee, a Shockwave, and a Starscream. Are we shocked that those guys are in there? Not really, because that's often the guys that go in there. They're going to be 2 inches tall. They're going to have 14 points of articulation. 14 points of articulation on something 2 inches tall. That's impressive to me. What else do they have? Metallic paint. They're going to be $29.99 for all 4. I think that's a decent deal, honestly. I think that's a pretty good deal. If you like little miniatures, if you like something that's a bit quirky, I think Diamond Select is doing a nice little job with that. Funko Grimlock that we talked about that was part of a convention is actually going to be a GameStop exclusive in the US. My guess would be it'll be an EB Games exclusive here in Canada. Super 7. Transformers Ultimates. We saw more of their Optimus Prime. Apparently, he's going to have great articulation. It was a delicate test shot that the guy had in the video. I don't know. I need to see more of the articulation. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, Wave 1 was kind of shown not too long ago with Ghost, Starscream, Optimus Prime, Action Master Banzaitron, and Action Master Bombshell. They have since released what's going to be part of Wave 2 in the summer and Wave 3 in the autumn, in the fall. Wave 2 is going to have G1 Megatron, Grimlock, Trax, and Pretender Bludgeon. I think Pretender Bludgeon is a very interesting one. In Wave 3 in the fall, apparently we're going to have Wrecker. Who else? Alligator Con. I don't know if that's an Alley Con. I have no idea. And G2 Megatron, and perhaps the star of what's being done with Super 7, Tarn. Tarn is going to be getting an officially licensed release, because that's the thing. The stuff from Super 7 is officially licensed. It's non-transforming, but this is the first officially licensed representation that we've had of Tarn. I think a lot of people are going to be in for it just because it's Tarn, you know?
Sorry. You're going to deal with it.
Yeah, I know, but that sounded like the Shredder was not having a good time. The Shredder did not enjoy that. The Shredder absolutely did not enjoy that. I'm just going to check in with you guys here for a second before I go on. By the way, I like the Super 7 stuff. I think it's kind of pricey, but I like it. I might get the Banzaitron, but before I would commit to that sort of price tag, I need to see that it is super duper articulated. I hear that the upper torso will actually have a crunch, so we'll see. Hey, Blue, happy to see you here, my man. Watching Beast Wars Season 1 season finale now, too. Great story. Transmutates $21.99 at BBTS, which honestly kind of makes sense. Trying to hold off on Omega. Don't hold off, man. Give in. Do it. Do it. Get it. Who would you want as a Shattered Glass? What? Who do you want in a Shattered Glass? Who would I want? Starscream, Megatron. I don't know. Like, honestly, like we have Optimus and a minion being Optimus and Ratchet. Starscream, Megatron, I'm good. I don't need a whole line. Honestly, I don't want a whole line. Give me 4 on each side, and I'm good. I don't even care who it is, as long as the leaders are there. We definitely need a Megatron. Grimlock's fantastic. I have no doubt. He's just not for me, but I have no doubt. Hey, Triple R. SS Cup is terrible. Dragonfly pointed out some issues with his SS Cup where the shoulders are cracking. Something to watch out for. I picked up 86 Cup. He's okay. Cup is terrible. He's okay. That's hilarious. I like Cup's alt mode. It's spot on. Blur's okay too. Let's see. It's so weird with Grimlock. Both his modes give off completely different vibes. His Dino mode makes us think of Season 3, Caveman Grim, and his robot mode looks awesome. I could see that. Honestly, you know what, Crumplezone? I think, honestly, you nailed it, because I've been looking at it thinking, like, I don't think it's quite for me, but I couldn't put my finger on why. But I think you're right. I think he's fantastic. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure he's not for me, but I'm sure he's fantastic. But I think that my thought of, like, there's something here that seems weird to me. It's not bad. It just seemed weird to me. I think that's it. I think the Dino is a season 3 homage. And I think the robot is more like season 1 homage, movie homage, obviously. Interesting. I like Cop, says Triple R. Let's see. Let's go down here. The only 86 I can get in the UK is Cup and Blur. Maybe they're the best ones, man. Maybe they're the best ones. Hey, BS Prime. Yeah, it's NallyCon. Yeah, I figured that, like Alligator Con. That seems weird. I really like the Hot Rod. I feel like Rodimus will be better. Well, Rodimus is in, I think, Kingdom is my understanding, because he's Commander class. So we'll see. Oh, look at that. Tia Fangeek has joined us, man. That's awesome. And Boss Gunny, happy to see you here. Anyone see the new Transmutate? Yeah, we already talked about how ugly Transmutate is. I'm in for it because I love the Paleotrex mold. I'm thinking of actually getting a couple and cobbling them together somehow to create Onyx Prime. We'll see. I don't know. Maybe. Going on down through the news here. I got all that done. Shout Factory announced a going out of print sale, meaning that they're selling off the final copies that they're doing because their license is up for the box sets of the Japanese collection, Beast Wars Season 1, Beast Machines, the entire series, RID 2015, and Rescue Bots. If you don't have them, worth getting, man. I got a lot of those box sets, and they're all Shout Factory, and they do a beautiful, beautiful job. Yeah, if you missed it, man, you missed it. You're just coming in, right? Transmutate looks neat. I don't think he does. He looks awful. He looks nothing like Transmutate, but like I'm going to get it because I love the mold. It's simple as that. I'm going to get it because I love the mold. Zeta showed off their MP Seekers. Now, this is interesting. They look a little dated. You know why? Because their designs from 2016 that were originally Toy World never got released. They are stylized masterpiece versions, scaled-wise, of the Seekers. If you want a stylized Seeker set, Zeta got you covered. I mean, I don't know. I feel like if I was an MP collector, and I'm not, thank heavens I'm not, but if I was, I would feel like I'm Seekered out, man. Like you went through that MP, what was it, 11 mold a billion times, and now they're totally redoing it. Plus you've had the ones from like Fans Project, and now Zeta. Like how many, Triple R is going to say buy them all because you can never have enough Seekers. But like, and while I kind of get that, how many Starscream, Thundercracker, Skywarps do you need? You know, how many of that trio do you need is all I'm saying, right? I'm okay with more Seekers, but maybe make them different characters, paint them differently. Hey, Danny, happy to see you here. Let's see. Just going back and checking here a little bit. So we go down. I'm definitely going to be missing some stuff because I'm trying to get through things, right? Don't tell 86 Cup joke; it'll crack them up. Oh, there's a bad joke. Hey JJ, happy to see you here, buddy. I hope you get the Transformers I sent you, dude. You talking to me, Blue? Did you send me Transformers? Or who are you talking to? Are you talking to? No, you gotta be talking to Tia Fangeek, hey? Who are you talking to? I don't even know who you're talking to. I missed something there. I don't know. I missed something there. You guys talk to each other without me half the time. The only 3 figures I am hunting for currently are Beast Wars, Megatron, Cyclonus, and Grimlock. The story of my Megatron just keeps getting weirder. I assume I'll get him eventually. I mean, my pre-order hasn't arrived, but it's still supposed to be coming. Grimlock comes off as stylized to me and not tuned enough like the other 86s. Me too. And I think for me, the thing with Grimlock is compared to the earlier kind of promotional images, the chest piece is way too tinted for my taste. Way too tinted. I love Megatron. I'm seeking Seekers like new Seekers like new Seekers. Oh, there's a tongue twister. There's a tongue twister. Okay, going on. Let's see. Rescue Bots. The show is done, but the toys keep coming, man. So Rescue Bots, Jet Racer Optimus Prime. It's going to be 15 inches. It's pretty simple. And this time he turns it to a jet, and you can put like 3 or 4 characters in him, kind of like a car carrier jet thing. He also comes with a 4.5-inch Bumblebee that's a one-step changer. If you have somebody extremely young who's just starting out, maybe for them, but that's about it that's going to appeal to. Rescue Bots, by the way, was brilliant. I loved it. I haven't seen Rescue Bots Academy. I assume it's also brilliant and that I would love it. Let's see. Okay, so E1 is looking for a Transformers brand manager, basically marketing their Transformers and Power Ranger stuff. Speaking of E1 and Transformers and Hasbro, we got word today that BotBots is going to have a 20-episode run, I think a half hour each, if I'm not mistaken, as a Netflix series. I kind of want to see it. Like, I dig it. I know it's supposed to be comedic. I think it'll be a fun laugh of 20 episodes, something you could sit down on the weekend and watch and just have a hoot at. But that's not the only project in the works, not the only comedic project in the works, because we have news as well that Nickelodeon, at least at first, is going to have a 26-episode run of a half-hour series that is going to be comedic in nature. Not a lot is known about it yet, but we're going to see kind of how that pans out with some new and familiar characters. My understanding is that these are 2 separate entities, 2 separate shows, and that the Nickelodeon one will air on Nickelodeon first, and then elsewhere globally after, which means here it'll probably be Teletoon, I guess, I would assume, because we don't have Nickelodeon, at least not in my province. But I'm happy to see that we have a couple of shows coming, even if they are comedic. It's just, I feel like what's going to happen is, I'm glad they're going to be short, because I feel like after a couple of comedic shows, most of us fans will be like, yeah, okay, let's get back to something more serious, unless it's done poorly. Teen Titans Go, I'm looking at you. Expands. Let's see. Expands images we saw. He looks like Cyclonus. He looks beautiful. If you're into the crossovers, he comes with a little Wolverine and I think Sabretooth figurine. They look great. Great plane mode, great robot mode. It's not for me because I'm not that big of an X-Men fan, but if you are, get it. I totally understand it. He seems like he's a good size, nice, big, beefy, kind of like Cyclonus, big and beefy. What else do we have here? I guess I can get rid of that, and I can get rid of that. Hey, MP12, man. MP12 was, in fact, Bumblebee Optimus Prime. I said last week that I figured that's what it was going to be, and that's what it's going to be. It looks okay, I guess. I almost feel like SS38 looks better, but to each their own. The colors on SS38 are deeper, that's for sure. What I found interesting and hilarious was when they showed the images, they were like, articulated hands. Okay, that's cool. But then they're like, articulated head. And it's Optimus looking straight, and it's Optimus like this. And that's a feature. Articulated head is a feature. Like, okay. I kind of expected him to have an articulated head anyway. Paramount Plus. So CBS All Access, the home for those of us who are Star Trek fans of discovering Picard, is becoming Paramount Plus. Cool, I guess. Fine. Now, what does that mean for us? Here's what that means for us. 2,500 plus movies. Transformers will be on there, including the Bumblebee movie. After the theatrical release of the upcoming Transformers films, as well as Snake Eyes, they will go to Paramount Plus for streaming after the theatrical release. What else do we have about that? Anything? Nothing? They're going to have, all the franchises that we know and love, right down to Clifford the Big Red Dog. So it actually looks like one of the better streaming services. It's also going to be the home, apparently, of a reboot for Frasier. So if you like Frasier, apparently it's going to be on Paramount Plus. I'm going to check in with you guys again here a little bit. We're almost through the news, actually. Let me go back and check in with you guys here. Oh, I got you, Blue Raccoon. I see now what you're talking about. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Grimlock Gun, use a blacklight on Cheetor. It will surprise you. On what Cheetor? Kingdom Cheetor? I can't because he's in the garbage because he broke up. He's trash. So I don't have him anymore because he's garbage. Megatron is hot. He refuses to stay on the shelves. He hasn't come to our shelves. So, but I believe that though. Let's see. Hey, Brandon, happy to see you here, buddy. I put the black light on all my bots. Interesting. That's what I heard when I got the epic voice guys. IG. So okay. Cyclonus and Crumplezone. Anyone? What? Cyclonus and Crumplezone. Anyone remember? Everybody remembers them. You know, even I remember them. Like, I block out Unicron Trilogy as like a traumatic experience, and even I remember Cyclonus and Crumplezone. Was it Cyclonus who does the yodeling thing? The only two Kingdom figures I see regularly are Prime and Warpath. The only one I see regularly is none. I don't see any of them regularly. Yeah, Teen Titans Go was a major mistake. Let's see. Siege Red Wing, I thought his colors were based off Armada Starscream. No, they're based off of Red Wing. Actually, it's based off of a confusing like BotCon story of a character that was supposed to be Sunstorm and didn't become Sunstorm, is where he actually gets his coloration from. Been looking for your search and we go down here. I don't like comedic shows. Yeah, I don't think either of these shows will be up your alley, Triple R. Yeah, I feel like SS38 is better too. I agree with you there. Hey, Batfan. Can't Transformers, what? I assume you mean survive, just as a toy line without any accompanying media. I don't think many toy lines can survive without accompanying media. Now Transformers might, but it's going to be based solely on the existing media. Anything that comes out now new that doesn't have media, I don't think is going to last. Anything that came out in the 80s that didn't have an accompanying media isn't going to last. Don't believe me? Check out all the history from Toy Galaxy. I mean, anything there that didn't have an accompanying media ended up not really lasting. So yeah, I would say it needs the media, honestly. Some media, problem is it should be good media. Yeah, I think BotBots is going to be a laugh. Okay, so as we go down here, almost done with the news here. Digital game company Wizards of the Coast. Apparently they're putting out another digital game, like a mobile game. I don't know, how many mobile games does Transformers need? What it needs is a good actual video game. And rumor is that they are working on one. I'm not going to say anything more about it than that. But rumor is a new actual console, like actual full video game is being worked on. That is rumor, again, is that it's the best thing since Devastation. That seems like a hefty claim to me, but I guess we'll see. Let's see. The last piece of news, and the one that I'm most excited about and was mentioned earlier right here, in Walmart systems, we have Vintage Beast Wars. Vintage Beast Wars. Looks like some of them are getting a reissue. Now, as we say that, is it actually going to be Vintage Beast Wars? So far, it's Megatron, Optimus Primal, Rat Trap, and Cheetor. Now, the Optimus and the Megatron apparently are at a $50 price point, so that would indicate probably either the Transmetals or the Ultra class. That being said, they could go the route of the Headmasters releases where they take like the Kingdom molds and put them in G1 styled boxes. I hope that's not the case. I hope that these are actual reissues. If that's the case, then I can't speak for the Primals. I know the original is fantastic. I don't know what the Kingdom is like, not yet. But I'll tell you this, when it comes to Cheetor, get the original. It's infinitely better than the Kingdom. The Kingdom, in my customization, it was my fault that the paw broke. But the tab on the head broke first transformation. And then after the fact, when I was still fiddling with him, the entire cheetah head broke off. So he broke in 3 places within 2 weeks. One of those was my fault. The other 2 were not. The other 2, he was going to have his head snap off. Anyway, within 2 weeks, it's trash. It's garbage. Not worth buying. Not worth wasting your money on. Really not worth wasting your money on. The original Megatron, I can't speak to it. The Kingdom one is glorious. I love the original Beast Wars Megatron, but I've also customized him. The original Rat Trap, I like the Generations. I've never had the original Rat Trap. But you know what? I don't even remember seeing him on the shelves. That's a lie. I do remember seeing him on the shelves because I was working in the toy section of Walmart at the time. But I don't remember caring about it at the time. Let's put it that way. I don't remember caring about it at the time. But that is it for the news. A lot of it. It was a lot of news, but we got through it. I'm going to check in with you guys, then we're going to do trivia. Let's see. So we go down here. Yeah, Beast Wars would be amazing, and I hope that's what it is. I really do. TF Fan Geek, feel better, buddy. Hey, Kato, happy to see you here, buddy. What did I miss? Ninja Bill? Oh, look at that! I missed Ninja Bill. Wow, the stars are coming in tonight, man. Listening as you drive home. Well, you know what? You drive safe, Ninja Bill, buddy. We want you to get home safe and sound. Hey, Broomy, hello from Australia. Sweet. Thank you for coming in here. Thank you for being here. Not like the Kingdom packages. I got a Cyclonus with missing paint knees. What? Could not tell. No, you couldn't tell in the pack. There you go. There's a good example of a problem with the Kingdom packaging. You're seeing from the mid chest up. He got one with knees that weren't painted. That's a QC issue. Probably would have left it on the shelf otherwise. Let's see. I could get the cats hopefully before September. Fingers crossed for you, man. What about Universe Cheetor? I've never had it. I guess it could be Universe Cheetor. Maybe. Do you think Warpath? What? Do you think with Warpath out, we might get Power Glide or Cosmos in the future? I don't know. I don't need them. The Generations Power Glide and Warpath are great. The Power Glide and Cosmos are great. As a matter of fact, the Titans Return / Generations Cosmos, they'll do another one. It'll be impossible for them to do a better Cosmos. He's that good. Kato's a bad influence on everybody's plastic addiction. What are you talking about, Brian? Don't transform Cheetor. He's a pain in the neck. Nice. Hey, M1NT. How's your day going, man? It's going pretty good. It's been busy, but it's going good. I can't complain, man. The trivia answer is C. We're about to find out, Kato. We're about to find out. Pause the show. I gotta fuel the truck. You know what? You fuel the truck, buddy. We're gonna do the trivia. And when you get back, maybe you'll see what the trivia was then. But the Kingdom Lab Rat needs to happen. I don't even know what Lab Rat is, but just for you, I hope it happens. I assume that would be something out of the Rat Trap mold. Color me shocked. I was all set to bash on the Rat Trap mold. When it works the way it's supposed to work, he's actually a neat little lad. I don't think he's the Rat Trap for me, but I can't bash on him. He's a good little lad. Honestly, he's a good little lad. Watching Beast Wars on Tubi. A lot of people are getting into Tubi now. Batman, in my opinion, the Red series look better than the Super 7. The Red do look better than the Super 7. As a matter of fact, around here, the RC and the Cheetor are here on the shelves. Red's not for me, but if you like Red, they are. If they're here, they're going to be everywhere. Simple as that. I saw that the Seacons have an upgrade. I saw the upgrade too, honestly. Do we know if God Neptune has one on the way? Not yet. We don't have one for God Neptune yet, but I'm kind of hoping we do because it just bulks him up. I mean, he's already a big, bulky lad as it is. Speaking of God Neptune, tomorrow we're going to kick off the weekend. We're going to cover everything to do with God Neptune, not the transformations, at least for 4 of them. One of them I will do the transformations for. Why not for the other 4? Because my plan is to look at the transformations when I look at the King Poseidon versions of those characters. I've already done Tentakill. So I start off tomorrow with Cilia or Scylla. Some people pronounce it Cilia. The modern day pronunciation based on Greek, I think it's Greek, is Scylla. So I'm going to call her Scylla. But we've already looked at her transformations by way of Tentakill. So we'll just talk about her a bit tomorrow and move on. I'm not a fan of that. I don't understand how you can't be a fan of that Cosmos. It's perfect. His articulation, perfect. His transformation, perfect. His colors, perfect. Like, there's nothing to not be a fan about. I can't imagine why you wouldn't be a fan. That's how good he is. I watched Beast Wars on Daily Motion. I watch Beast Wars on my Blu-ray player because I own it. But you know what? I did watch it on Daily Motion before. Hey, hey, Timmy. Hey, Runus. Defenders of the Earth. I feel like I vaguely remember that. Not really a Masterpiece fan. I was never a Masterpiece fan. Was never a Masterpiece fan, man. Wasn't my thing. Oh, Lab Rat is a fun pub thing. Okay, I got you now. God Neptune came today. Still in box my. Well, tomorrow, man. Tomorrow I cover everything to do with that big bad boy. Okay. The Cosmos might be stylized, but it's impossible for them to do a better one. They might do one that looks better, but for functionality, it's impossible to do a better Cosmos. I'm that confident he's that good that it's impossible to do him better. Been a long look for Earthrise trailer parts for months on eBay. That's rough. I'm not getting the Generation Selects Volcanicus. I have the Black Mamba set. I don't need any more Dinobots. I'm done. And I done them. It's so funny. The Generation Select, honestly, Batfan, if you go back and you look at my Power of the Primes Dinobots reviews, and then you look at my Black Mamba Dinobots reviews, mysteriously, the Generation Selects coloring I did 2 years, well, now 3 years ago. I did it long before Takara ever did it. So I'm just saying, I did it the way it should have been done to begin with. If the new Transformers series is a comedy, can we have Skybite? Yes! I would love to have Skybite in a comedy. That would be awesome. I absolutely want that. Hey, Joseph. When will we see Kingdom Wave 3 announced? Okay, considering around here we don't have Wave 1, I'm not even thinking about Wave 2. Wave 3 isn't even in the realm of my life. That's it. Was a tune with Flash Gordon, the Phantom? Yes, Kato. Yes, I do know it now. Yes. Oh, it was part of that Beast Wars uprising. I got you, Alex. I got you. Gotcha. Okay, so the trivia. This one comes from Blue Raccoon. Even Blue Raccoon might not know the answer, though, because I changed it a bit from his. Okay, so Megatron hates working with humans. But who was the first human Megatron worked with? Was it A, Dr. Arkeville himself? Was it B, Sean Berger? Was it C, Old Snake? Or was it D, Dylan Gould? Who was the first? And bonus, who was the last of those four? Who was the first and who was the last that he worked with? Who was the first? Question one, who was the first that he worked with? A, Dr. Arkeville, B, Sean Berger, C, Old Snake, or D, Dylan Gould? Who was the first? A. C, because Kato said C. For the record, C would be Old Snake. B, A, C. The answer for the first would be A, Dr. Arkeville. But to be fair, the first two that he worked with was Dr. Arkeville and Sean Berger. And the correct answer by rights for the way the question originally was A and B, Dr. Arkeville and Sean Berger. But because I changed it a bit, it was A. It was Dr. Arkeville. For the last one, who's the last one he worked with? A, Dr. Arkeville. We know it's not. So B, Sean Berger. We know it's not. So it's either C or D for the last one. Was it either Old Snake or was it Dylan Gould? Who was the last one he worked with? Kato lied. Triple R saying D. Old Snake. Crumplezone is saying D. Old Snake. We're getting Old Snake. We're getting a split. It would be D. Dylan Gould. Patrick Dempsey played him in which film was it? Was it Dark of the Moon? Was it Dark of the Moon that was in? You know what, Kato? If I change the order, buddy, it would be in your favor, and I'd make C correct every time. I would make Seek, and my reward would be you running around your Spider-Man underoos. That would be my inside joke. If you don't know what I'm talking about, inside joke. We're gone off the rails already. Okay, so that brings us to our pickups, our unboxings for tonight. We're going to do the unboxings first. First one's from Grimlock On, and there's a few things here. I'm going to show some of it off the bat, and some of it I actually have in another box, so we're going to see some of it now and some of it as we go. First thing to note, I have another copy now. Actually, I have 2 copies, but I have another copy now of Scorponok's big orange gun. There are a few changes. It's a little smoother than the one that I previously had. So I have another copy of that. And where is it? I don't see it there now. We'll have to get to it. Then, if you will remember my G2 Megatron, I had a one of Soundwave's little gray guns that he comes with. The Netflix and the Siege and the Sound Blaster came with it. It's that one that you don't know what it belongs to. And I had it used to do the cannon over the shoulder thing. But now I actually have a green adapter that plugs in and allows us to go over a shoulder. It can angle down. It can angle up. It can go side to side. It can go all the way back. The versatility on this adapter is fantastic. Thank you so much, Grimlock On. So much. Now, let's go on here. Oh, I gotta back up a bit here. You did. I have another copy of the Nemesis Prime rack. So now I have 2 of these. I have this one I want to show. I have another Scorponok blaster. Yes, this one is white and yellow. Why? Because this one is glow in the dark. I don't know if we can see it. I wonder if I try turning this off. Let's see if it'll light up. Will it light up any? I don't think it had enough sun. We had snow here today, so I don't think it had enough sun. But it's a bit of a shame. But it does light up.
Hold on. Give it to me. I'll put it under the light for a few minutes.
She's going to try. He also gave me, this was talked about earlier, a black light. It actually goes with a glass that he sent me that I'll probably end up using for stop motion, actually, because the effect is really, really cool. And I can put him down here, and I can put him down here. And I have several, more than I need, of the landing gear for the Earthrise Seekers. I have a number of these now, enough to cover all of my Seekers, and a few extra. Then, what is next? Oh, then, speaking of Combiner Wars Ultra Magnus, I finally managed to secure the X2 Toys XT009 set. It is the feet and ankles, the forearms, and this big blaster. A couple of other things, not the least of which is also this face. This, I can tell you now, is the last Ultra Magnus I'll ever need. I don't care about Siege. I don't care about Earthrise. This has the right alt mode with the PC-17. This is the KO, but with the PC-17 set and the X2 add-on, this to me is my ideal Ultra Magnus. Absolutely ideal. He is my Magnus. But that being said, to go back to something that was okay, well, you think you got it? All right, hold on. We're going to try this again. See if you can see the glowing in the dark Scorponok gun. You coming?
I'm coming.
All right, we're going to see if this works. We're going to try and see if it works. Ah, look at that. That is wild. That is wild. Oh, that is so wild.
That's pretty cool.
That is wild, man. That is so cool.
Okay, give it back. Oh no, turn off the light. Good lord.
Yeah. That's right. You go back and be a troll. I don't know.
Thanks.
I don't know what do you want me to say. Okay, as I was saying, that being said, that set actually came on a different Combiner Wars Ultra Magnus. So now I have actually a spare in box complete Combiner Wars Ultra Magnus, which leads me to something. Some of what I have here, especially some of the 3D stuff, is actually going to, along with some other things that are on the way. I'll announce this now, but I plan to do a patron channel member giveaway of some of that stuff. For example, the adapter that I have for G2 Megatron. That adapter, I actually have two of those. One will become part of a giveaway for patrons and channel members. But don't worry if you're not one of those. I am planning, I'll announce it now, though I'm still some ways away. I am planning to do a 5 for 5,000 giveaway when we get there. I will have 5 items that I'll give away. I will put something up and I'll get people to comment on it or send me an email or something. I'll work out the details, but I'm going to be giving 5 things away when I hit 5,000. One will be that Combiner Wars, that other Combiner Wars Ultra Magnus. One will be Siege Astro Train. One will be Earthrise RC. One will be Kingdom Rat Trap. And I don't know yet what the 5th one will be. But when we get to 5,000, that's what's going to happen. So I do have some stuff that I've been working on that is up and coming. But we're not done with this unboxing yet. We're not done yet. I'm going to check in with you guys. But we're not done yet. Let's see. I got to go back here a bit because I know I definitely missed some stuff. No, the camera don't pick up glow in the dark the same, but trust me, man, it's pretty beautiful. Oh yeah, the UV light I guess would do that, wouldn't it? Fractal first pterosaur. I'd love a new pterosaur. I'd totally be in for that. And now everybody's saying use the black light on the blaster. I didn't see it.
It works pretty well. You can see it.
Yeah, oh yeah, it does. Oh yeah, it works very well. Grimlock Gone did a beautiful job, honestly.
Yeah, I put it on top of my lamp.
She put it on top of her lamp. There you go. Siege Leader Optimus is probably the last prime. Yeah, Siege Optimus is the last prime I'm going to get. I don't need another one. Paranormal Activity on cam. Yeah, you're not exactly wrong, man. Reminds me of Scared Dwell. Yeah, I know. I hear her back there. 12% left on your computer. Plug it in, man. Plug it in. Technically, it's Kingdom Magnus, not Earthrise. Who cares? Whatever. It's the lame Earth mode one that I don't think looks like an Earth mode. I really want Kingdom Rampage. I'd be interested to see a Kingdom Rampage, actually. I used to do that under my covers with a torch. Yeah, a lot of people did, man. A lot of people did. I'm done with Prime as well. I stopped at Earthrise. Yeah, me too. Now, that being said, what else do I have here? I have, speak of the devil, SS86 Cup. I was going to say Kingdom Cup. That would have been so much better. Now, luckily, because of Dragonfly, I have been extremely careful with these shoulders. There are things that I like about this guy. There are definitely things I don't like about this guy. We will, when we do the review of this guy, we will definitely compare him to my custom, what was it, Power of the Prime? No, Titan's Return, my custom Titan's Return. We will be comparing this guy side by side with that. The transformation for this guy's kind of bonkers, to be honest with you. Yeah, it's kind of nuts. So there's things I like about him, things I'm about him. I do love the colors. I love the 2 shades of green, but that face is hideous. It is the stuff of nightmares. As well, I have 86 blur. 86 blur. I love the light piping. The face is a little bit long. I wish that we had the dark blue right up on the very top like he's supposed to have. I wish we had the dark blue down on his like wrist cuff that he's supposed to have. I might have to fix that. I like this guy more than I thought, but the way the legs transform, while similar to Titan's Return, is not nearly as effective because you have a peg that pegs in and then another peg that needs to slide, and it's very cumbersome. Very cumbersome. I thought that the things on the back of the arms were going to bother me more. They don't, but what does bother me is that having them up like this really negates the wrist swivel, and it's like that's bad planning and engineering. I like the look. He's pretty good. He's similar to the Titan's Return. He's definitely not better than the Titan's Return. But I do like the coloration, and it is less custom work for me to have to do. I also have this guy. It is Hot Rod. He absolutely is nowhere close to a Voyager. Not on any planet, in any way, shape, or form, even with all of his accessories. Nope, this is not a Voyager. The engineering is not a Voyager. This is not a Voyager. The way the legs are done is atrocious. It is just terrible. It is one of the most hateful leg transformations I've ever done in my life. I detest it. He looks pretty good. Now, what's weird is you put the arm out like this and it can't go out to the side. Like, that's a weird articulation limit. But here's what you can do. You can put the arm up and then you can put it all the way forward. Like, you put it out here and then you can twist at the elbow. So you can get the movement you want, but it's in the weirdest, most cumbersome way possible. I feel like there was a better way to do that. I do. I feel like there was a better way to do that. He looks great, though. There's no doubt about it. He looks great. I love the hips. Then we come to the guy that, again, everybody says he's amazing. He looks amazing. Is amazing is a different story. And I'm talking about none other than Scourge. So I love the look of this guy. He's gorgeous. Absolutely a beautiful Scourge. I love the transformation. I think it's pretty great. Not perfect, but pretty great. Though I have heard of people having issues with stress marks right here. I haven't noticed that. Then we get to the articulation. My wrists are stupid tight. And a lot of people have said like the thigh almost doesn't work. The thigh on mine does pretty well, actually. But what bugs me is that like when you kick forward, it only goes forward that far. Like it's functional. It's fine. But I wish that he was able to get in a more sensible seated pose. And I get it. I know why it's like that, because they molded the thigh the way that they did to look accurate to the animation. And I do like that they built the thigh swivel inside because they didn't want to break the thigh sculpt. I respect that. I even respect that on the swivel, they had plastic come down to fill in the back of the leg. This guy has heft. He has bulk. He's very good. My gripes here are few, but they do exist. I'm not going to say he's amazing. I'm not going to say he's perfect, but he is very, very good. Now, Grimlock, I'm going to get my hands on. I'd hoped Jazz was going to be here today. I expect him to be a beautiful disaster. So we have a bunch of things that came in that were 3D printed. Some is for me. Some will become part of a patron channel giveaway eventually. Not yet, but it's up and coming. I have the ideal Magnus for myself now. A bunch of 86 stuff, which is going to kind of be the bulk of next week. I've let you guys know that when we get to 5K, we're going to give away 5 guys, 4 of which are known. I'm not sure who the other one will be yet. We will see. Some is old, some is new. So we're going to kind of take it from there and see how that goes. Love Studio Series. I don't love anything that Hasbro has done in the last year and a half. I think they're going downhill, to be honest with you, but I like it. Let's see how the longevity is. I'm going to check in with you guys here just a little bit. I got Cup, Blur, Jazz's Jazz is coming, man. Jazz is coming. I like Generations Blur, but I respect the Studio Series Blur. Yeah, I can understand why you'd respect it. It's not perfect, but he has his charm. I'm hoping Blur gets retooled, repainted into what? IDW Buddy Fast Track? Didn't we get Fast Track with Scorpion? I don't know anything about the comics, Alex. You got to stop making those references because I'm not going to get them, man. Hey, Joseph. Thank you. If you want to collect Dennis collecting style, yeah, right? Too bad when I done the countdown for sports cars, I didn't have Hot Rod at the time. Hot Rod not here till April. Man, feel your pain. Trust me. You thought I was going to say Jazz. He is coming. He was slated to be here tomorrow. It's saying March 1st, but I know he's in town, so we'll see if he gets delivered tomorrow. That being said, check out some posts that Lazy Eyebrow recently put up because he knows somebody whose Jazz the roof just crumbled. So we'll see how this Jazz is. I've heard a couple of horror stories, man. You hate the lines on Scourge's chest? I don't know what lines you're talking about on his chest. I like Scourge's chest. It looks the way it looks like the animation. So I don't know. It's fine for me, but if you don't like it, then you don't like it. Tricks you into thinking he's molded to hold the Matrix on his chest. What? I guess. Yeah, I guess I know what you mean. Like on the side over here, but that's animation accurate though, man. I get what you're saying now that I look at it. We need more mini bots like throttle bots. Yes, I want a bunch of throttle bots actually. Keeping my old Jazz and Scourge. I can't argue with you, Brian. Honestly, my RTS Jazz, he ain't going anywhere because I don't trust the longevity of the new one. Though I think he looks beautiful. I want the Matrix to go in his chest. I only want it to go in his chest if he's going to get all bumpy. Give me a Generation Select bumpy Scourge. There you go. Needs pink on his feet. Yeah, you're right. He's not ideal. He won't get a 10 for paint apps. He'll get a 9.5, and that's one of the reasons why. You're right. I'm looking to repurpose Silas Breakdown into Blackwall. I don't even know these characters, Alex, you come up with. I've never heard of Blackwall. This all got to be comic stuff because I've never heard of anything. I've never heard of any of these characters that you come up with. Cool, do it, but it means zero to me. I've never even heard of the character. 86 is good so far. Not great. Still SQC. That's right. It's good. Looks beautiful, but I want better. That's the thing. I haven't had any issues with my Jazz yet. Good, and I hope you never do, Max. Beyond the Max. I love that. That's a great name, man. I'll check it after the stream. Thanks for the recommendation. I haven't had problems with Jazz. Good, and I hope you never do. And that being said, that's where we're going to end off, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for coming by. Give me some of your extremely valuable time. We've been here about an hour. My wife has been very understanding. My puppy dog has been very understanding. You know that I love it when you guys come by. If you're in a position to help the channel to grow, you can use the donate link. Check us out on Patreon. See what we offer to you through Teespring, or of course, hit the join button right here on YouTube. Become a channel member. While you're at it, hit the subscribe button. Stick around and have some fun with us. Don't forget, tomorrow, you're going to kick off your weekend with God Neptune. Everything to do with the big boy, including comparisons with Tentakill and every single one of my Decepticon combiners. The whole thing, from custom combiners to the just the official ones, like my custom Bruticus, my custom Lio Kaiser, right to Devastator. It's a beautiful looking spread. You'll see it tomorrow. Don't forget, man, somehow, someway, each and every single solitary day, you do make a difference. I look forward, baby, to the next time that you and I get together to have another visit, either in the live streams right here at the stop motion premieres or the old fashioned way, baby, inside the videos.